Hello everybody. I wanted to take the time to put together a video about metal detecting. I'm going to focus on the tools that you need for a successful hunt, some of the things that may be overlooked by a lot of people. I'm not going to focus so much on the metal detector. Everyone's got their opinions, and of course there's so many different varieties out there. Everyone has a preference or a theory on which one's better for different things. So as for the tools, to get started, obviously the best thing is to do some research. So I've actually gone online to the USGS website, and I've purchased topographical maps of my area. They're very useful. You can get them from different decades. I have 1937, 47, 57, for every 10 years, so you can see how old a park is, or, was that school there in 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, so you get a good idea of what you're going to be digging out of the ground. So moving along, one of the next things, obviously, in planning ahead, if you're in an area like I am, I'm in New York, so you do need a permit. Make sure you have proper permits. Do it legally. Keep the hobby in a good name, and of course, protect your permit because they can be a little bit expensive. This one here did cost me $40 for Long Island beaches and some of the parks there. Some of them are free for New York, and then I think there's one for Bear Mountain, which is around $10. So definitely get your permits, have a permit available, and do it the right way. All right, so moving along, some of the things that people often don't bring or forget or what have you. I got this waterproof box. I got this at, I think, Dick's Sporting Goods, to put your cell phone in if you're going to the beach. It's sometimes that wave will come and crash over your hip waders, or your shoe will sink in the sand and you'll fall into the surf. You don't want to ruin your cell phone or anything else you want to keep dry. I think a wallet would fit in there also. And of course, electrical tape, for those quick repairs. You never know when something's going to need taped up, so black electrical tape saved me a couple times. First aid kit with Band-Aids, always a good thing to have. Clorox wipe, and some alcohol pads as well. You never know. Dig in a hole, get a piece of glass that cuts right through your glove. Speaking of gloves, I usually carry a couple different sets. I got these light, they're kind of hard to see. They're just the tight-fitting grip gloves. You get those at Home Depot. Usually come in packs of 3 for like $10. And then I have these leather gloves, a little bit thicker. Great for, whether it's colder outside or digging in areas, high trash, sharp metal, lots of glass, so you don't cut your hands. Some people swear by the leather ones. I find it a little tougher to, pick up coins or, get into a hole, but I'd rather use those than cut my finger. Towels, I use these cheap, run-of-the-mill terry towels. I use them, for wiping equipment, wiping my hands. I also use them as dirt towels, putting the plug in the dirt. Nothing says you care about someone's property like using a white towel to put the dirt on. So make sure that there's no dirt left in the grass, so you shouldn't be able to see a hole when you're done. Speaking of which, make as small a hole as possible. I like this. This is a Garrett probe. I think it's around it's about 7 inches, I would say. For digging into the ground. If you're digging those holes that are 4 inches, you still can't find the target. Probe around, see if it's an aluminum can or the tap of a coin before you keep going and dig this massive pit that you can't recover from. Another thing I find useful is this tack puller. I got this from Home Depot. If you look at the end of this, you can use that for the shallow coins. The ones that are 2 inches. You can make an incision in the ground and just use it to pry open the ground rather than dig a plug for something that's real close to the surface. One of my favorite things here, the Garrett Pro Pointer. It's saved me, probably countless hours. I can't say how much this thing has done for me. Great tool. It's a little expensive. It's around $127, I think, off of, I think I got it off Amazon or eBay has it. You can get it from any supply store too. You can't really see it here, but I actually put electrical tape over my speaker hole. It's pretty much the only vulnerable part to this, and it also makes it a little bit quieter. If you have one of these, it can be a little loud and a little attention drawing, so I like to keep that taped up. Extra batteries. Always great to have. You know, it's recommended that you replace your batteries. Don't go to your detector says that the batteries are almost dead. You know, you lose a lot of, I guess, search power, depth power. You know, it takes power to do metal detecting. So rechargeable ones are probably better for the environment. I like these Energizers. They're cheap. I think I got 24 of them for around $13 at Home Depot. So they work pretty good. Moving along, lights. You never know. Sometimes you get out there, sometimes it gets dusk. You know, you start hitting pockets of silver, you start hitting wheat pennies, you get excited. Next thing you know, it's become dark on you. So I found this, I think it's, yeah, Energizer. It's a great, real bright headlamp. You can wear, you can look in the holes, you can find your way back to the car, out of the woods, what have you. It's great to put in the bag, doesn't weigh a lot. I love these. I buy these by 2 or 3s off of Amazon. It's Streamlight. It's the Stylus Pro. Great bright lights, you know, for peering in the holes, you know, trying to find a date on a coin. It's great to have. And of course, moving along to the digging tool, the Leish or Leche, however you want to say it, digger. This is the right-handed variety. I wish I would have known they had a left-handed variety when I bought it. The right-handed variety digs the holes, plugs counterclockwise, while the left-handed is more catered to the left-handed that digs them clockwise. So I will be purchasing another one. Seems a little crazy to have two, but after digging 100 plugs in a day, it makes a big difference. WD-40, you probably saw that on here wondering why I have it. Everyone knows a Leish digger is around $40, so they'll tarnish real easy. They're made out of steel, not stainless steel, not anything that doesn't rust. So when I get back, the first thing I do is check my finds, clean my tools, and spray them down with WD-40 so they don't rust. Alright, it's hard to see. Let me use the light here. There they are. I got a set of knee pads back there. Generally, I don't usually use them, but I mean, if you're going to be in an area, woods, you know, you never know what you could be kneeling on, rocks, what have you. It's good to have them on. Saves the knees. And here I have a tool belt. I got that online. It's I think it's a police officer's tool belt, and of course these are the sheaths holders that come with the Pro Pointer, and then the Leish digger itself. So moving along, I have I guess I have to use the light again here. I have a backpack. You know, it's a good idea to throw everything in here. As you saw on the table, there's a lot of things. You know, your first aid kit, your extra gloves, of course, container of water for drinking, washing off things. You know, it's always great to have. You can put that right in the bag. So also I keep an extra coil. I think I got the an extra coil in here, just in case if something's going to fail on your detector. Generally, it's a coil, loose wire, or you know, you may just want a smaller coil for tighter places, trashy areas, or a bigger coil for depth, or you know, I seem to like the bigger coil. It's easier for me to pinpoint with it. All right, moving along here. Sorry about the. Let me try the. There we go. Depending on where you're going also, you know, a great spade shovel, obviously you don't want to take this into a park. It looks more like a weapon than a tool. This is the Raven 25 by Predator Tools. George Leish, he actually signed the box, which is kind of nice. He's the creator of this tool, so it's great, cuts roots. You know, once again, the strong steel, and obviously wipe this down with the WD-40 after the hunts. Alright, this gem right here, that's my sand scoop. I don't have one of those big fancy aluminum ones. I just use this 36-inch handle here, stainless steel. When I go to the beach, it works pretty good. I'm not one of the guys that wades into the surf or anything. I'm right along the edge, so it's found a lot of things with the half-inch stainless steel mesh. Anything worth finding doesn't really fall through, so I found small earrings, and you know, you can dig up coins and rings and everything, so everything you want stays with it, so that's pretty good. Moving along, one more thing I want to show you. I wasn't going to talk about the detector, but something that I have, which is kind of great. You know, like I mentioned that before, the lights. I also am a bicycler, and I have this Night Eyes light system that I put on my handlebars. It also mounts, as you can see, the battery pack right here. Mounts right on the shaft of the metal detector. Light points down there. And kind of the cool thing, when you turn it on, it shines right in front. And it's hard to see with my light on the camera, but it also shines right in the general area of the the pinpointing, so you can do some night searching with that. So great idea. You know, it's around $100. It's a little pricey, but I mean, it's bright, it's consistent, it's nice clean light. So definitely recommend that. If you're a bicyclist, you get double duty out of it. This is my Garrett Ace. Cover's a good investment. Keep the water off of it. You know, the machines aren't cheap, so definitely protects it. And also muddy fingers on the buttons. It's easier to wipe a screen than it is to wipe the buttons, and of course you don't want to get this machine wet. And some good noise blocking headphones. They serve a dual purpose. You can hear the the tones and squeaks and squawks and different things your detector's telling you. Also, it keeps those kids away that keep coming up and say, "What are you doing?" You can always pretend that you don't hear them. So, one more thing I want to give a shout out to. Well, this is the Garrett Gizmo. I bought this online. It was a little pricey. It's machined aluminum. It was $30. It starts here with the bolt. And I installed it on my detector. Not only does it extend the arm cuff so that it actually fits on the larger part of your arm, but it also gives you a little bit more balance, moves the center of gravity back on your detector, and it makes it a little better fit. So the $30 definitely worth it. Get the cover, the light, and of course if you're a Garrett Ace 250 150 user, definitely invest in the 8.5 by 11 double D coil. I put this coil on the first day. I found my first silver coin with this machine. I also dug 10 11-inch coins, which is almost unheard of with a machine like this. So great thing. Found my most valuable things with this coil. Pinpointing's a breeze. Just wouldn't recommend it in trashy areas, or getting it around playground equipment, what have you, or wherever you search. So that's it. Any questions, any advice you guys may have for me? This is the equipment that I use. Some of the things that I don't leave home without. So if you guys have anything you want to add, leave it in the comments. Look forward to hearing it. And happy hunting, guys.